Hi everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing Scandal Season 5, Episode 14. So we're starting off with Olivia. She's over at Daddy Pope's house with him, Jake, and Jake's fiance. And they're just sitting there having a good old time while she's trying to figure out what these three got going on. Mainly what Daddy Pope and Jake got going on. And how are they using old girl, which I cannot think of that girl's name for nothing. Trying to figure out what they got going on. Meanwhile, we got Charlie and Quinn. They done broke into Jake or his girlfriend's house and planted all kind of cameras everywhere. And this is where I have a problem with this. Jake is not stupid. Jake did the same thing to her. Y'all remember when he was spying on her, he would go in, put some cameras in, take them out a few days later. Like it was him and Huck going back and forth planting videos in Olivia's house to see who's there. Huck trying to figure out who's spying on Olivia, and Jake just trying to figure out what Olivia's doing. So Jake is known for doing this, and then the fact that Olivia just does not trust him was going to even further, add on to he's gonna know that she's gonna try to plant some type of bug in this house. And later on, we do find out that I'm like sitting there because later on, and I know I'm jumping around. Olivia, she's sitting there looking very strange and creepy, like almost like Huck at this time. Y'all know Huck, he stalking his family, but Olivia is sitting there watching Jake and fiance, and I'm like, I know Jake knows that she's watching. Like, this is Jake we talking about. And then like he like looks at the camera and like she's like, oh snap, he knows that I did this. And she was like, oh snap. Then he comes over bringing all the cameras like, here's your stuff. I don't know what you're talking about. Me and homegirl, we are madly in love and there's no games with this. I just wanted to let you know that like I love this girl. I'm not playing any games. I'm not trying to use her. But Olivia, she just don't believe it because this is Jake and this is Daddy Pope. This is what they're known for doing. I know I'm jumping around. Forgive me for that. So we got Sally Langston on her show calling all kind of, what's his name, Governor Vargas, all kind of snake oil salesman, because he didn't went on her show saying that he wasn't going to run for the presidency and then turn around and ran for the presidency. And she's mad because she's like, I could have got the first scoop. You over here, I could have got the first scoop. I'm over here looking bad because I had you on my show and you said that you wasn't going to run, but like, little intern dude lets it slip that yeah, Cyrus is working with that dude. Now this catches Abby's attention, like Cyrus is trying to work with dude right there, but he's still working at the White House. Y'all know Cyrus, he's always thinking 3 steps ahead. Like Fitz finna be up at the office in January, so he gotta get himself in line with Vargas now and mold him the way he wants to mold him. So Abby's like, oh, so this what we were doing? Okay, so she goes to Quinn like, Quinn, I need you to gather some information on Cyrus because he back to being Cyrus again. So Quinn does that, and Abby, she goes to confront Huck about this. And Huck, she's like, I know you trying to work for Vargas. How you gonna be working for a Democrat and trying to do all that? He's like, he's sitting there like mad that he's mad that she's calling him out on his lie. He's like, how dare you? Like, I'm a Republican. Why would I want to work with a Democrat? Like, no, that's not me. And I'm offended that you think that I would do such thing like that. She was like, Cyrus, what are you talking about, boo? I got your pictures right here. This is you and him leaving your house. There's 45 calls on cell phones between you two in the last 2 weeks. Now, who else you talk to on the phone like that? So he's like, just don't tell Fitz I've been doing this. Look at here. I want to be back on top. Like, yeah, I'm here in the White House, but I'm not really here in the White House no more. This is me. Y'all, you know this is my life. This is the way I roll. Like, Abby, just keep your mouth hushed about this just for a little while longer so I can get things in order. I apologize, but I want to be back on top. I ain't gonna never make it into the White House, living and being president. But just give me this one little thing so I can mold Vargas the way I want to, and just don't tell Fitz about it, man. Maybe I just won't even work with him no more. How about that? Just wash my hands and just don't tell Fitz on me. That's the way I'm getting from them two right about now. So we got Huck. Now y'all know Huck been spying on his family for I don't know how long. He always watched his little hobby playing his games. But one day he noticed a certain man with his wife and his son. And Huck ain't too happy about this. Not so much as because she got a new man, but who the man is. So he goes to Charlie and he's like, look at Charlie. This dude then came back into my life, or into my family's life. I tried to kill him several years ago, and I think he's out for revenge, and he's trying to get my family. So I'm going to need you to kind of sort of help me out with something, like a little something. Can you do that for me? Meanwhile, a little later, Charlie shows up at OPA. Huck ain't nowhere to be found. So they're like, okay. He comes in like, where Huck at? And Mark is like, well, Huck was like spying on his family. And he seen some dude that he recognized. And Quinn's like, why come you ain't tell us none of this? Like, we supposed to tell something. He's like, well, I just thought he was looking after his family. I didn't know that Huck was a trained assassin for the government. So him, Olivia, Marcus, Olivia, and Quinn, they're trying to find Huck. Because, like, they need to find out where he is before he does something very, very bad. Because y'all know Huck. Huck has that bloodlust. Huck loves to just screw a screw into somebody's leg. He loves to pull your teeth out without anesthesia. He would love to skin you alive and then just, like, wear you as a coat. This is what Huck loves to do. So they're like, this is a mission, try to find Huck. Meanwhile, we got Huck just riding down the street. Old dude's car done broke down. So I'm assuming Huck done doggone stole man's phone and like disconnected something in the man's car to where he gonna be on the side of the road. So Huck shows up like, hey, you alright there, buddy? He's like, yeah, my car broke down. I can't find my phone. So he's like, well, I will take you and help you out. So, you know, man gets in the car. They conversate, and Huck is like, at this one point, just switches from like, oh, I'm this happy-go-lucky, innocent person to like, dude, you fit to be dead. Olivia them still trying to find him because like, if we don't get to dude now, he could be cut into pieces and spread out the whole entire East Coast. So they looking. They find Huck's car. They're like, oh snap. We may be too late. Dude is already in the car like, sir, like that was a gas station back here. We could have pulled over. He goes to look for the hand on his door. I guess at this point he thought, okay, I'm just going to do a tuck and roll out the door. And maybe I'll get some scrapes, but I ain't going to be in the bed because this fool looking kind of crazy about now. So Marcus, Quinn is upset because Olivia's like, Quinn, just hush. Like, we family right here. But Quinn's like, we ain't family. The original crew was family. Family was when you helped your friend pick out an engagement ring because he was too scared to do it himself. A friend was you picking me up when I was, you know, falsely accused, all that stuff, even though you kind of sort of had something to do with it. Not really for real, but I looked up to you. You was my idol. I couldn't wait to put on my white robe, my white hat, and my white coat. Was it the white hat? My white hat and be a gladiator. We ain't no family now. It was you. It was old dude that left. It was Abby. It was Huck. It was me, and it was Harrison. Like, Marcus over there like, oh, snap. Like, you just dissing me like that. But Olivia's like, you know what happened? I got kidnapped. I was sold on the black market. I had no control of my life for a week. So, once I was rescued, I was selfish. I went to the White House. I went to the beach at one point. Wait a minute, that was afterwards. But anyways, I went to the White House. I was running the country. I was being selfish because that's what I wanted to do. Now, hush. Now, Marcus over here like, something ain't right. There go Huck over there with dude. And Huck come looking like, yeah, my bad. That wasn't a dude. He good for real. So, it's Olivia and Huck riding down the street. Old dude is in the back, not completely, entirely out. Like somebody had him hook up to some anesthesia. And he's like, you know what? He gonna be good. I'm gonna just place him back in his car, put his head on, you know, the steering wheel. He just gonna think he had an accident. This whole thing, it was all a dream. You know, that's just what Huck's mind. But Olivia's like, yeah, Huck, I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need to give you some more hugs or something because I can't have you out here just, you know, kidnapping people just because you think they somebody else. You just, the man looked alike and your first response was let me go kill. I kind of understand that was what Huck was coming from. Like, I tried to kill this man before. He ain't no good dude, like I'm not no good dude, so I can't keep him around my family. But now Huck is like, you know what? I gotta stop stalking my family because this is not healthy anymore. It was never healthy. But like that last look at Javi, he was like, and just turned off the camera. I was like, oh, poor Huck. So we got Mellie meeting with Hollis DOYLE. I was like, really, Mellie? You gonna even think about letting Hollis DOYLE like endorse your like presidency candidacy? Like really? Like what you thought? We already stole election before. We best good friends. So yeah, this is cool. He was like, you know, I'm willing to give you $250,000. I mean, no, $250 million. You just got to get rid of this environment bill and we good. But Mellie's like, if I even in attempt to like work with you right now, I can already see you being several fools to cut up with. But Hollis, she's like, Mellie's like, you were not fit to use me as a puppet. I refuse. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna go over here to VP Ross, because maybe this girl over here, maybe, you know, she doesn't know me for real like that. So maybe I can like sizzle in and like, you know, kind of use her for the bill. But you know, her and House DOYLE was talking. No president, he's there. I think Elizabeth was there too, and like she's agreeing on some things with House DOYLE. She's like, yeah, my daddy was a coal miner, my granddaddy, my great granddaddy. I come from a long line of coal miners, and you know, I think, you know, we can work together on some things. And Chris is like, you know what? You don't have to agree with everything that man said, like, for real. Like, I know you tried to do that before and, like, just try to, like, blend in and try to agree. If you don't believe in that, you just ain't got to do it. And he's like, you don't need Hollis DOYLE. But Hollis was like, oh, really? You may have not needed me for your second run, but you showed it for the first run. You remember that? Hell, I stole that election from you? Must we not forget? So it's like, I don't need this. Next thing you know, we got Hollis DOYLE on the news talking about some, I'm running for president. And this is when I thought, if this is not like the TV version of Donald Trump, that's my mind automatically went there. He was like, why I'm going to give my money to somebody else? Well, I can just go running for the presidency myself. And this is when we saw a different side of VP Ross, because she let Fitz have it. She's like, look here. I agreed with what House was doing. We had some communication going on, but you just couldn't shut up. Now, I'm paraphrasing what the thing she's saying. She's like, look here. I agree with him. I would have loved to work with him, but I can't do that now because you couldn't shut your mouth up. And Elizabeth sitting here, she's like, you know what? You can leave right now. I'm not even talking to you right now. This is between me and the president. She's like, Mr. President, I am not trying to be rude. He's like, you know, you cannot talk to me like that. She's like, when can I talk to you like that and where? Just let me know. I was like, this is the side of VP Ross that I was looking for. No, like, she just let all that. I'm meek, I'm calm, I'm demure, I'm just like calm, cool, and collected. She was mad because she's like, I needed that $500,000. I could have used that because I'm running for the presidency. You know, I'm already against your ex-wife and already. I know some people like me, but I needed that money right there, and because of you, I can't get it. So I was like, oh yeah, she was telling him like, when can I yell at you like this? Because right now, I'm hotter than fish grease. Okay? So then at the end, we got Olivia and we got Jake. They sitting down talking together, and old girl, Jake's girlfriend, comes up and she drops her phone. Now this is when Olivia was like, I was right the whole entire time. She remember how she and Jake met. She was somewhere, he bumped in her phone fell. He even told her, this is how we met. I bumped into you. The next thing you know, we started seeing each other all the time. I was stalking you. I was getting in your head. And Olivia was like, he did the same thing to me that he did to her. So she's like, you know what? Excuse me. I have to leave. I'm going to let you two little birds be by yourself. Okay, bye-bye. I need you to dig into some more about Jake, because this fool lying. I forgot to add in. Abby shit went to Olivia like, I want Huck's job. But I don't know if I just want to let Huck go, because Huck, he kind of like family. We cool for, you know, a little bit. I tolerate him. But this is, you know, Cyrus. Did I say Cyrus? I want Cyrus' job. But anyway, so she goes to Fitz and like, look here. Cyrus is trying to work with Vargas. He is already molding him into the next president. he needs to go and I want his job. Fitz is like, okay, if you want it, then you're going to have to fire him. So she goes to Cyrus and she's like, you need to go. You need to get off all information off your phone and your computer. Secret Service will be here in 15 minutes. As a courtesy to me, I gave them, let you have a little bit of time to get your stuff together, but you're going to have to go. Okay, boo-boo? And he's looking like, I know. This child did not turn on me and tell Fitz that I was trying to work with it. I am working for somebody else. Well, like, what you worried about, Cyrus? Like, really? But, like, Abby, she's got that I want power. And that's what Olivia has. And Olivia was telling her, you know, it's good, but you know, you need to watch out. So basically that was the gist that went on. If I left anything out, by all means leave a comment or video response. And like always, I want to thank my subscribers and the people who watch my videos. I want you to like this video, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and here on YouTube. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.